Top of the morning to you, everybody. Happy St. Pat's Day. I was going to say Thanksgiving again. Doug's shaking his head. Oh, we've had to have a couple retakes due to a few sort of technical glitches, and I keep saying happy Thanksgiving, but I am thankful today. But happy St. Pat's Day. Hope you guys have your little leprechaun boots on. I have to take a sip of my coffee. Anyways, let's talk about the real estate market. We're jam-packed full with a very busy today, and the reason being is because the townhome market is hot, and we're working with buyers and we're working with sellers, so we really have to be sort of on the lookout and be ready to pounce at any time. So I'll tell you what's happening in the market. If you're a first-time homeowner, especially if you're a first-time homeowner, but even if you're a seasoned buyer or seller, if you're looking to buy right now in the townhome market, it is extremely competitive. So what I'm talking about is more around the price range of 2 and 3 bedroom townhomes. So the average price, if you're wanting to know, of a 2-bedroom townhome in Cloverdale, Langley, even Aldergrove, South Surrey is somewhere between $550 to $575. Can you believe it? Over $500,000 for a 2-bedroom townhome, but that's the going rate now. Also, the way that it's working right now is realtors will price the property a little on the lower side, and then they will have an open house, and there'll be multiple offers, and the best bidder will win. And this is, of course, I understand why realtors are doing that. When I'm listing a property, we do the same thing. Why? Because our job as agents is to represent our sellers and to get them the best and highest price possible. So no offense to any of the buyers, because we're just doing it because our job is to help the sellers. But as buyers, if I'm working with a buyer, what I do is I get them prepared. So if you're buying a townhome and you're new to the market and you're a first-time homeowner, a few things that you need to be prepared for. Number one, you need to be prepared for probably paying more than what they're asking. Okay, so check with your mortgage person what you can afford. So that's the first thing you do. You check with your mortgage person what you're qualified for. Okay, the second thing you want to check is whether or not you are willing to or you're able to take the risk of going in without a subject to finance. Now, for the first-time homeowners and the people that are on a budget, I totally do not recommend that. If you have the money to be able to buy all cash, then that would be something that you would consider. But I would really recommend that you do put that in as a subject. It's really important because this is a lot of money. And if you go in all cash, you could be risking purchasing something that you cannot afford, okay? So a warning, I know that it's tempting when you're trying to compete and you really want a home. But if you can't afford it, don't be putting in no subjects, okay? So as a realtor, as a great realtor, Doug, turn around, show them your mug. Show them. Doug, show them and give a smile. There's Dougie. He's going to help you too. He's my partner in crime. So we try to help our buyers buy a property, but do it in a safe and in the best way possible so that they're not at risk, okay? So first thing, go see your mortgage broker, find out how much you can afford. Second thing, hire a great realtor. Hello, or realtors. And thirdly, when you start looking for property, realize that the market will probably expect you to pay more than what the property is listed for. Now, there are some situations where the listing agent does not want to do the open house and multiple offer situation. They say that they're not interested in doing that. Now, I think that's a wonderful opportunity for us as buyers to get in there and write an offer on the property, because the likelihood of you competing is less. It's still there, but it's less because they're not setting up a situation where there's an open house. They say they'll look at offers as they come. Those are the perfect situations for people that are on a budget and they can't come in all cash. So I'll tell you, if you find something you like and it's a situation like that, pounce on it. Now, another thing that's really important when you're doing something like that, if you're writing an offer on a property and it's listed at $450 and the fellow is saying, look, we're taking offers as they come. That doesn't necessarily mean that you pay $450. The seller may be expecting a higher amount, so just keep that in mind. I'm not telling you to pay more. I'm just saying they may be expecting a higher amount. And so they may say that, look, we want more than that, and we want it to be a clean offer. Now, another thing that's important too is the strata documents. That will dictate whether or not this is a solid property to buy. Most realtors will have those strata documents ready by the day or two after they've listed the property. Make sure you ask your realtor to collect those and read through them carefully, because you are responsible for that. Make sure there's a healthy contingency fund, which is the amount of money that's saved up for future deficiencies. Make sure there's a depreciation report. A depreciation report is a 35 to 40 year plan of scenarios of what will happen to the building over time. And make sure you read the budget. Make sure you know if there's pets allowed. If you have a dog and there's no pets allowed and you buy it, then what are you going to do? You can't do that. You have to take Fluffy with you. I know I would absolutely not be, it would be a deal breaker for me. Also, make sure that if there's rentals allowed or rentals not allowed, those things are important. Age restrictions, if you're planning on having a family, that kind of thing, right? Okay, so you got the strata part. The next thing that you want to do is have an inspection, okay? So make sure you hire a qualified, very good inspection. We have referrals to our top people that we refer to our clients for inspectors. One of them is Pillar to Post. The other one is the Buyer's Choice. And we have others too, but I'm just saying, like, you got to have a good inspector. Don't call Uncle Bob over to inspect your home, because that's going to create issues, because if there's something wrong with the home, then Uncle Bob may not pick up on it, or if Uncle Bob thinks there's something wrong with the home and there isn't, that could cause a problem too. So hire a professional, okay? Don't count on relatives for that. It's about $500, okay? And then make sure, of course, you check with the insurance people, make sure the insurance is good. For strata, you have to pay for the contents insurance, and usually the strata covers the outside insurance, but make sure you're also covered for any unforeseen events so that your deductible is a little bit lower, for like a big, huge, like a fire or something like that. So I know this is a lot of information, but okay, so when you buy a place, the bottom line is, right now, hire a professional realtor like the Carbol and Carbol team, because it will make a huge difference in terms of the level of stress and your outcome, okay? So you need to hire somebody that you can trust and somebody that will be there for you every step of the way. So anyways, we're going out to Aldergrove today, we're going out to Langley, we're going out to Ladner today, and then we've got to look at an opportunity for a development. I'm also working with a buyer who's looking to purchase a whole. Doug is doing something and I don't understand. He's mouthing. Oh, he's telling me that I'm talking too much. Anyways, okay, you guys, I do want to tell you about this development. It's on King George Highway. It's an acre, and it's maybe built into condos, but again, we have to do number crunching on the opposite side of things. But he's shaking his head now. I don't know why he's shaking his head. Top of the morning to you guys. I know I can talk on forever. I hope you have a great day and enjoy the sunshine, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.